Welcome back to the 11th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Today we are going to talk about one of the biggest fights in MLB history. We're going to talk about the Women's World Cup. We're going to talk about the Phillies no-hitter, NFL preseason. Did David Portnoy buy all of Barstool? And end it off with some Hall of Fame? Yay or nay? Roll it. Is Shohei Ohtani the best baseball player of all time? I'm Isaiah.
Messi goes to Inter Miami. I'm Hunter.
And Jokic wins Finals MVP.
Are the A's really that bad?
Tom Brady retires. And I'm Micah.
It's time for Hall of Fame, yay or nay. And you're watching the HatTrick Sports Podcast. All right, guys. We're sorry we're a little late this week. We all started public school. We all go to public school. We started, so it's gonna be a day late. We'll talk to you guys more about next week about what the schedule is, like when we're gonna release everything. So you guys want to just get straight into it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. One of the big things that happened last week was a huge MLB fight. So it was Tim Anderson and Jose Ramirez. You guys want to talk about that? I have a whole bunch of stuff here and some news and stuff, but I want to hear your guys' opinion on it first.
All right, so I think it's amazing when fights happen. I mean, I just think it's good for the game in general because, more people are going to start watching now. And I think it's amazing that Anderson threw his glove off first, was hopping around like he knew how to box, and then proceeds to get absolutely KO'd in the face by Jose Ramirez.
The funny thing is he punched like a third grader. He just like...
What do you mean he punched a third grader?
No,
he punched like a third grader.
Oh, like a third...
He almost like slapped him just with his knuckles.
It was like... Yeah, but I mean, he's getting held back. There's not many ways you can punch when doing that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah, that's really the only thing he could have done.
I mean, it hit him hard, so it did the job.
Micah, what a lot of people are saying is if you want to see fighting, go watch the UFC. Baseball's not the place to fight. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people in general in the comment section and everything are just saying, like, dude, there's no need to be fighting in baseball. Just watch UFC if you want to see that.
Fighting's a part of the game. I mean, you're not going to see Jose Ramirez in MMA. Like, if you want to see guys fight, watch baseball.
So the funny thing is about this, Tim Anderson this year, he's been horrible.
Horrible.
Like I don't even know what he's batting. Probably like 220 maybe.
Maybe.
I can look up his stats, but...
So anyway, he's been knocked out once, KO'd, and he only has one home run.
He has as many home runs as KOs.
Yep.
He has it's actually not horrible, a 242. So, that's not horrible. That's not great, but...
Not what I was expecting for someone who's been good all these years.
So they both got suspended. It was a full 15, 20-minute thing. I remember I didn't watch it live, but I watched it like an hour after, so this game was still going on, so I just backtracked it to watch the whole thing. Tim Anderson was suspended for 6 games, and Ramirez was suspended for 3 games. The MLB is, or what they do, they protested it.
They appealed it.
Or appealed it, sorry. They appealed it, and we'll see what MLB says. Micah, you're a big thing on this announcer. This is all you've been talking about. What was the announcer's call in your best announcer voice?
Down goes Anderson.
I really like the announcer. I think he did a good job.
The Guardians announcer has always been the best. He says like the best announcer voice out of all the announcers.
So Jake Paul had a fight, a fight that night, and
Nate Diaz.
Yep, and people are saying that Ramirez's knockout was better.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I didn't watch it, so.
The thing about that is, in baseball, that happens maybe once a year. In the UFC, that's what's supposed to happen. So
I know.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to be better.
So who do you think would win in a fight, Jake Paul or Jose Ramirez?
I think Jake Paul.
And how many rounds? Out of 7. So whoever
is someone
wins.
holding J-Ram back?
No. They're both going full on at it.
Well, the thing is, Jake Paul knows how to fight. J-Ram, he
knows how to punch somewhat.
He knows how to punch.
So who do you think would win and in how many rounds? J-Ram or Jake Paul?
Jake Paul in 4.
All right, Micah?
Jake Paul in 1.
What do you mean in 1? The lowest you can go is 4. It's first to 4.
Well, he's
So in 4, you think that he would win 4 rounds in a row?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think Jake Paul would win in 5.
Yeah.
I think because he's bigger, J Ram's bigger.
Yeah, but he won't be able to land a punch.
So Jose Ramirez put out a statement. I don't know if it was later that night or what, but he said, "I think he's been disrespecting the game for a while now." He's talking about Tim Anderson. "It's not from just today. I've been having the chance to tell him during the game. As the play happened, he tagged me again really hard, and then he wanted to fight, so I defended myself." And I haven't heard Tim Anderson's side of it, but I mean that sounds reasonable. I mean, just disrespecting the game. He's not that good at this season. He's talking trash. I mean,
Yeah.
To one of the best players in baseball, if not the
Well,
best third
definitely the
baseman.
most underrated.
Oh yeah, I agree.
J Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Guardians AAA affiliate had a Jose Ramirez Appreciation Week, and this is what that included of. It included of all fans named Tim get a free ticket to sit down on the grass. So I'm sure they have a grass area. Wear your Ramirez jersey and get a free Bam Bam in the cargo hold. So I'm sure that's a food item. There's a home run punch derby. So I think I'm not exactly sure what that is, but
Donkey Kong on Mario Super Slugger.
and then there's a punch out competition in the 80s arcade. So I'm sure there's an 80s arcade where that punching machine.
Yeah.
Like Tropicana.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
Amazing by the Lake County Captains, which are the Guardians AAA affiliate. Great job.
I might start using them on the show.
So there were 3 separate fights. Did you guys go back and watch it or see a breakdown or anything?
No, I just saw the main fight. through
Yeah.
I saw
TikTok.
one with Anderson, one with Class A, and one with the base coach.
Yeah. So there were 3 different fights. Taki said, I forget his name.
Class A.
Class A. Yeah, he was part of the second one, I think. Jimenez was a White Sox player.
Jimenez.
Sure. I just saw the back of his jersey.
Jimenez.
I don't know. I just saw he got hurt in the middle. I don't know if you guys saw. He got hurt in the middle of the fight towards the end, but he got hurt. He tweaked his ankle or something, so he was hobbling around. He was like, hey, just trying to notify people, hey, I just got hurt. You guys got to stop fighting.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed in the game and everything, but yeah.
I saw Class A pitching the other day.
Well, he only got a 1-game suspension.
Oh, that's why.
What do you think Ramirez versus Anderson in a fight? Best of 7.
Well, judging by what happened last time, I think I have to take Jose Ramirez.
In how many rounds?
4.
No, I think 6.
5. Yeah, I was going to say Ramirez in 5.
I'll take him in 4. I mean,
I think he's going to clean sweep.
Anderson didn't get held back. J-Ram did, and J-Ram still knocked him out.
Yeah, so interesting stuff. We spent a lot of time on that segment. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
So,
Good segment.
good segment. Yeah.
Very entertaining.
We love fights.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most physical and long fights in MLB history.
You know what it probably is?
What?
The most viewed thing this week.
Probably.
Because there's
Yeah.
nothing else happening besides the Little League World Series.
Little League World Series is going on too. I think that's going to be a segment on a different day though when
When it's all over.
When it
when
gets
it's all
fuzzy.
over. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched the Little League World Series, highly recommend. It's a bunch of 12-year-olds, 156-foot 12-year-olds playing the best baseball possible in their age group.
So it's all all-star teams. 2 of us played for it. There was this team that just dominated for 2 years. There was a kid throwing 75, I think it was.
Heat.
And that's from
So
45 feet?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was on the worst team that year, and the 3 players that made that team were the only 3 hits that entire game, which I kind of find hilarious. We went 3-18 or something like that.
You guys want to move on to a different segment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
let's
So
go.
the Women's World Cup, the USA and Women's World Cup were high. Everything oh, they're gonna win this. They're gonna win this. They ended up losing in the round of 16 against Sweden in PKs. So you guys want to talk about that?
I mean, there's not much to talk about. I mean, disappointing. It was definitely a disappointing loss, and probably should have won it, but doing 2 PKs over the net, Like, you can't win when doing that.
All right, Hunter.
My raw didn't work.
You're raw. Oh. Raw.
Rah.
Here we go again. So, yes, it was 0-0 in full time, and then it went into PKs, and Sweden got the 5 PKs, and the United States got 4. Rapinoe,
Overshot it.
and was like chuckling about it. I think that's her last game. Didn't she announce her retirement afterwards?
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
she went with someone else on the U.S. team. 2 people retired.
Yeah, so, yeah, that stinks. Alex Morgan, was that her last term?
No, it wasn't Morgan. It was someone else.
Yeah. I think she'll have 1 or 2 more. Probably one.
Imagine playing for 8 more years.
Yeah, that's kind of
Maybe
crazy.
I don't think
more.
she'll play another World Cup, but she'll play in whatever league she plays in. But
I don't
maybe
even know
it's-
where half these people play.
I don't know where any of them play.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching more soccer, but I've never seen like a women's league.
All I know is that Alex Morgan used to play on Orlando City's women's team.
Years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike said he wanted to talk about the NFL preseason a little bit. So what do you want to talk about?
NFL preseason finally starting. We can finally get some decent games. We can finally see the rookies start playing. See if they're boom or bust. But yeah, it's crazy to think we're like a month away from NFL season, week 1.
I
finally coming
remember-
back up.
We had a Super Bowl party, and that felt like not that long ago. That must have been 3 months ago. The Super Bowl.
It was February.
February.
So, I mean,
So
6
6
months.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 7 months because what's today? The 10th.
No, it's going to be 6 months and 4 days.
Well, no, I'm saying till the season starts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so.
Well, yeah, so 7 months and 4 days, ish.
Is today when the like real preseason starts? I know the Hall of Fame game happened.
I don't know. I don't
The
know
Browns
what
are
they
the
count
best team in the NFL right now.
in preseason. Yeah.
So, Hunter, you want to talk about the Hall of Fame game a little bit?
It was cool. I watched a little bit of it. I'm very surprised the Browns won. We had a pretty cool comeback. It was, I think,
Yeah.
16-7.
Did you see
And-
Aaron Rodgers tell Zach Wilson where to throw it before the ball was hiked and it went for a 75-yard touchdown?
So, no.
Rodgers was coaching.
That's when I stopped watching. And then I watched a little bit more. But anyways, the Browns ended up winning 21-16. So I kind of find that cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be the only one you get for a while. So yeah.
The trash talking begins.
I think we play the Steelers week 1.
No, we play the 49ers.
Oh, that's right. We play the Bengals, I think.
So I think today, the 10th, we're filming this on the 10th. It's coming out the 11th, but on the 10th, the Seahawks play the Vikings at 10 p.m. and all these other teams. There's six games that are happening tonight. Preseason.
No, there's 2 or 3.
Oh, sorry, 2 tonight and then 4 the next day.
Yeah.
On the 11th when you go on Friday.
I do have a question for you guys. Which NFL team do you think will be the most disappointing and whatever the opposite is? I don't really know what to call it. But the team that'll exceed expectations by a lot, by the most. And then the most disappointing team.
The Steelers are going to be disappointing. The Browns are going to be very approving. I'm just kidding.
All right. Again, we are filming this on the 10th. On the 9th, the Phillies threw a no-hitter. The 14th.
Well, you going to answer my question?
Oh, no, I thought you were asking the viewers.
No, I was asking you guys.
Oh, also the viewers, comment. I don't know. Hunter, you go. Texans. I think the Texans will overachieve.
Yeah, I think they might get 7 wins, maybe.
I think the
that's exceeding.
Yeah, and I think Texans and Bears. Honestly, I think
So
the
which
Bears
one?
could be good.
Yeah.
Packers will be down.
Packers down. Okay.
Texans up, Packers down.
I honestly think the Chiefs won't do as good as everybody's thinking. Honestly,
I mean, we've all thought they're going to do bad for a while, but we can just kind of face reality and realize they're not that good.
But you can't say that
Well, I
forever.
mean, they're very good, actually.
they're very good.
Yeah,
but
they're very good.
in a year or two, they're not going to be.
Maybe.
I seriously doubt it.
But for me, the most disappointing team is between 2. The Seahawks and the Giants.
Oh, hush it.
The
Next segment.
The Seahawks, because Geno Smith had an insanity run, and now everybody thinks he's a top 5 QB. Top 5, top 10.
Nobody thinks that.
Top 10, 100%.
Oh, top
There's
10,
multiple
yes.
people.
Yes, top 10, yes, not top 5.
Yeah, Seattle Insanity run. This season, I can see 7-8 wins. And Giants, I can see 6-5.
I could see more for the Giants, but Seahawks maybe a little more. But, yeah, I kind of agree with you now that I think about it. And also the Lions, honestly.
Yeah, well, Lions.
I feel like the Lions had one decent season, and everybody thinks they're going to be the, 8th best team in the NFL. I just find that way too crazy.
I mean, I think that they're not going to own the division because my most team that'll exceed the amount of wins that they're expected by a lot is the Vikings.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
Because you said that, I think that instead of the Packers, I think the Steelers will go down and the Texans will go up.
He's saying that because I picked the Seahawks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that.
Why?
I could see that. I mean, Kenny Pickett's not going to be good.
Why not?
I just don't think he'll be good. Even though, aren't you going to get a Kenny Pickett jersey?
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, I think he's a cool guy, but I just don't think he'll be that good. I feel like he's like a Zach Wilson almost.
he's better than Deshaun Watson, at least last season.
Yeah, at least. Well, Deshaun Watson really, besides his incomplete passes, wasn't that bad.
Yeah, besides his horrible incomplete passes that he threw a lot.
I mean, to be fair, so did Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I mean, Kenny threw a lot of picks, but he won games.
Pickett,
But
get it?
He won games, though. That's all I really care about. So
What do you guys get, 9?
I mean, we started 2-6, ended 9-8 with Kenny.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take
That's
it. All right, we can move on.
After that, the Phillies threw a no-hitter last night. Filming this on 10th on the 9th. The Phillies threw a no-hitter. 14th in franchise history after the Astros just threw a no-hitter last week. So,
And his old team was the first team this season to throw a no-hitter, the Tigers. It was a combined no-hitter, sure, but still a no-hitter.
yeah, talk about that a little bit.
I think it's cool. That's Michael Lorenzen. I think his first start with the Phillies, he went like 7 shutout innings, and now he throws a no-hitter. Of course, it's against the Nationals, so like they're better than a couple of teams, but worse than a lot of teams.
So, guess when the Phillies' last no-hitter was?
2015.
Correct.
Cole
really?
Hamels.
Yeah, I think he did a little bit. Oh, so the Phillies obviously win 7-0 versus the Nationals. Mike, I know you already know. Hunter, do you know how many Ks he threw in 9 innings and 27 outs of a no-hitter? How many strikeouts do you think he had?
6.
5. Okay. That is not a lot.
I do want to mention, in this game, Nicholas Castellanos, which if you guys watch this regularly, you guys know that he came to our hometown. He hit his 200th career home run with 2 home runs in a game.
Yeah, he did. Congratulations, Nicky.
Nick A30.
So, 4 walks, no errors, and his second ever start with the Phillies. Guess how? I know Micah knows. Guess how long the game was?
Probably 2.5 hours.
2 hours 9 minutes, which is super short.
Yeah,
and
for a baseball game.
There were 30,406 fans.
Now that we're on the topic of baseball and home runs, kinda, I want to give a shout out. The Red Sox played the Royals. MJ Melendez had 2 home runs, so that's pretty cool.
Yes. Who are they playing?
Who?
Who are the Royals playing?
The Red Sox.
Hunter. Hunter sent us something. You want to talk about it?
So, Barry Bonds, his dad, and his godfather are the only people in baseball with 330 home runs and up and 300 stolen bases. So, Barry Bonds, of course, had it. Bobby Bonds had it. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Barry Bonds' godfather was Willie Mays.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Say hey, kid.
Yeah, so this is Sports Center facts. The only people in the MLB history with 330 home runs and 330 stolen bases in their careers are Barry Bonds, his father Bobby Bonds, and Barry's godfather, Willie Mays
Hayes.
So, it was cool because Lorenzen's mom was there and wife was there and 9-month-old baby was there. So that's always cool. Unfortunately, his dad died. I think it was a few years ago. But yeah, it's always cool to have like one of those top achievements in your life and career, and your family's there to watch it. And that it picked up a question for me: how often do you think like players' parents and spouses and kids are at the games?
A lot, I'd say.
Yeah, a pretty good amount.
Well, for the pitcher, I think it's every time they start. I think if it's a pitcher, it's every time they start.
For just the spouse or for the whole family?
I think at least the spouse.
I think it's every time they start at home.
Yeah, I think every time they start at home, their spouse is usually there.
Yeah, usually. But sometimes maybe they're working.
Zay, you know when the wives come to games.
Yeah, that's a little inside joke for you guys that don't know. Micah and I went to a Marlins-Dodgers game, and I got caught up in it was two of the players' wives and kids, and then the on-field reporter, Kirsten Watson. So shout out to Kelly Muncy, Courtney Turner, who now is with the Red Sox, and Kirsten Watson.
Signing his, was it a helmet or a
Yeah,
ball?
it was like a miniature Dodger helmet, and only Dodger girls can sign it. And it's a 1-of-1. So if you guys are interested in a 1-of-1, Kelly Muncy, Courtney Turner, Kirsten Watson miniature Dodger helmet, we are selling it for $9,999.95.
95?
95.
We'll also shout you out in the next episode.
And we will shout you out in the next episode. Trust us.
We'll make a TikTok on it, too.
Yeah, we'll make a TikTok.
You might gain 2 followers.
Somebody, I've been meaning to bring this up, I keep forgetting, but people, for the original gangsters, my hat, I've always worn a Dodger hat, and you guys were asking, where's the iconic Dodger hat? I don't like the gray hat, where's the Dodger hat, whatever. A few episodes ago, we were in North Carolina, and we drove up. Hate driving. We drove up, and in Georgia, I decided to be a Dumbo, stick my head out the window, and I'm holding on to my hat and let go for literally 100th of a second, and it flies under a car. And if you see it on I-95, let us know.
It's like on the border of South Carolina and Georgia, probably in a river.
We will pay $5 for the hat.
We will shout you out.
We will shout you. All right. I have more Dodger hats.
So I thought he was joking, but then I look behind us and I just see a hat flying
back.
I thought he just was like sitting on it.
Oh yeah, and guys, that is the Astros.
No, it changes affiliation every year. I don't want to hear it. Next
this year, it is the Astros minor league affiliate team. So
He's desperate.
I like whenever he wears that hat.
No, it's not. I'm a tourist. All right. Emergency press conference. Emergency press conference. David Portnoy buys 100% of Barstool Sports for the first time in over a decade.
For $1.
For $1? That can't be real.
Yeah, it is.
That can't be real. The business is worth over $551 million. How is it worth only $1?
Because it's Dave Portnoy.
No. All right. So you guys didn't get the inside joke there. The emergency press conference is when David Portnoy makes an announcement or says something stupid. So there was that. But I know Hunter doesn't know a whole lot about Barstool. I know Mike knows a little bit about it.
One of my friends is on Barstool.
Juan. Shout out to
Emiliano.
Oh, Emiliano. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. He told me his name was Juan the first time I met him. Oh my god.
But yeah, he's like on one of the most viral TikToks ever.
Yeah, it was that video of like the bench flipping over.
We're gonna actually recreate it at a skating place here.
All right, so oh my god, I'm sorry, Emiliano.
Juan.
David Portnoy buys 100% of Barstool Sports in over a decade. For the first time in over a decade, David Portnoy started this company in college selling newspapers, and it's just expanded to a $551 million sports business, pretty much. Yeah. But Penn Entertainment had a lot of it, or had some of it, but Penn Entertainment has a contract with ESPN, and ESPN, I guess, pretty much said, hey, you can't have Barstool, whatever. So Penn Entertainment, not Penn State, Penn Entertainment had to buy, or had to sell it for basically free, for $1. They sold a whole lot of Barstool Sports for a single $1.
So Dave Portnoy made $550 million to
Pretty
get
much.
His same business back.
But so ESPN and Barstool Sports are kind of rivals. ESPN is obviously much bigger, but kind of ESPN sold Barstool Sports back to Dave Portnoy if you do the math correctly, because down the line. So yeah, is it worth $1? Or is it worth $551 million?
I mean, if it's worth $1, I'll buy it.
Yeah, give me that deal, please.
Yeah. $1 though. So yeah, congratulations, Dave Portnoy. I'm glad to see it back in your hands. Now they don't have to watch, like, I think there was a show or something and it got like in trouble, or one of the hosts said something. I'm not sure exactly what anything about it was, but so now, like, they don't have to follow any guidelines. It's just him, or like, it's a big business, obviously. But yeah, so Dave Portnoy made it the announcement video, obviously with the emergency press conference, and it looked like he was filming it in his garage. It's a $551 million business. You can film something in your garage or basement or whatever.
Well, it's a $1 business.
He could sell it right now for another thing he said is he will never sell it. He will keep it to his grave, and when he dies, he's going to pass it to another founder that founded it with him, and then hand it down to their kids, and that it will not be sold within their lifetime. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And Penn Entertainments are kind of like mutual with Barstool now, so there's no hard feelings there. So for all of you drama freaks out there, there's no drama involved. But yeah, so you guys want to talk about?
That's all we got.
Oh, that's all I got.
You know what time it is.
It's working now.
What does my shirt say? It's time for Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Did I press the wrong one?
Yes, you did.
Cut! Alright. It's time for Hall of Fame, yay or nay.
Wrong button.
Oh. Alright.
There we go.
Maybe I don't know if I'll cut that out. What does my shirt say? It's time for Hall of Fame, yay or nay. There we go.
We got it.
Do I cut that out or not?
Now,
Let's keep it.
I got outvoted there. All right, so Micah chose today's Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Who did you choose, Micah?
Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz has been in the league forever.
A long time.
I mean,
It's
forever.
like fine wine.
You sound like you're 50, Hunter. So he
did get good.
He debuted in 2005 when he was 25, and I was born in 08, and Mike was born in 09, and Hunter was born in 10. So now you guys know our ages. But so he was like he debuted well before we were even live. He's still playing.
It's not that great right now.
Yeah, he has 464 home runs, career batting average of 274. He was 7-time All-Star. He's a 4-time Silver Slugger. He's a ALCS MVP. He's played for the Brewers, Rangers, another time with the Rangers, Orioles, Mariners, Padres, Nationals, Rays, and Twins. So
I remember when he got traded to the Rays. That was like 2021.
yeah, something about that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to see? What stats do you guys want to see?
Just run down through, the usual hits, runs, average, doubles.
Did he lead in anything?
He led in RBIs in 2017 with 119 RBIs.
Is that it?
Looks like it. Oh, nope. He led the league in home runs in 2014 with 40 home runs. And I think that's it.
People already have 40 home runs in August. That's kind of crazy.
Acuna.
Run down the career stats.
Matt Olson and Shohei Ohtani. Acuna only has, well, not only, but like.
Oh,
25.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
But Acuna's 60 stolen bases.
Yeah.
So-
76, I think.
Micah, Hall of Fame, or nay, Nelson Cruz?
I'm going to go nay.
Hunter?
Nay.
It's an A from me. So, sorry, Nelson Cruz, you don't belong in the Hall of Fame. I know you had a long career.
According to the HatTrick Sports podcast.
According to the HatTrick Sports podcast. MLB, if you're watching this, we need a combined of 1 vote in the Hall of Fame ballot. So, just if you could do that for us,
By
please.
the time Corbin Carroll retires, we will have a vote
We will
for
have-
Hall of Fame yay or nay.
We will have a vote.
We will have a vote.
I hope you meant Max Clark.
Both of them. Both of them.
So, is that all you guys want to talk about?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Thank you for watching the 11th episode of the HatTrick Sports podcast. We love the continued support with TikTok and everything. We're going insanely viral there the last few weeks. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can listen to our podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts, including YouTube.
Podcasts.
Including YouTube for all the visuals, like if you want to look at our faces. So,
For 30 minutes.
Yes.
yeah.
If you can stand it.
Bye.
Bye.